Now, romance-related scams are on the rise and are costing victims probably more in total reported losses than any type of consumer fraud. The numbers are staggering. In 2020, Ghana was the second country with the highest incidence after Nigeria. Well, joining me to discuss this, Daniel Kweku Ntiawadai, who is an expert in cybersecurity, digital forensics, the forensic investigation and audit. Good afternoon to you, Daniel. So just how popular are these scams here in Ghana? I understand we are a hot spot.
Yes, Daryl, thanks for having me. So from our side, we've been paying close attention to this kind of romance scams. We get a lot of people reporting their issues with us, and that's like the primary reasons why we went into doing this investigation, and then I'm writing this article out. And for us, from the report, we get that about $300 million has gone to waste due to online romance scams.
$300 million?
Yes. And you see, this whole thing is in two streams. We have people in Ghana who are basically like frauding or scamming people in Ghana. And then you have people in Ghana who are posing as or impersonating as white people or foreigners, and they are scamming the same people in Ghana. So it's basically like two-way stream, and the losses has counted to over $300 million.
Wow.
And this is not just only financial gains or basically like waste into the financial sector, but also we can have some people suffer grave emotional displeasure. People also go into trafficking, and then also into a whole lot of sexual activities.
How do the scammers operate?
Yes, so you see, it's a social networking platforms and dating sites. And the primary operation is through social engineering. So an example is you sign up to a platform, whether a dating site or an online networking site. And all they have to do is to impersonate us. You see, when you're signing up to this platform, usually you have to put your information out. Sometimes if it's a dating site, you even have to put your preferences and expectations out, what you desire for. And research has shown that when people experience positive emotions in the area of compliment, love, companionship, their thought process is a little impaired, and they fall victim to most of this scam. So all I have to do is to pose as somebody who basically meets all your expectations or desires on the online platform. It doesn't have to be me in particular. I can just source for information or pictures and all of those things out, and then use those information to create my online profile. And then based on that, I contact somebody online. I basically study the person's information that he or she has outside there. Basically, it could be things that the person usually likes, things that the person usually posts. And then you basically use all of those information against the person. So you basically appeal to the person's conscience, or you make yourself attractive to the person, and then that's where the whole thing stands from.
Yeah, I mean, I read an article you wrote about this, and you say language is a key tool as well as psychological tactics.
Yes. Yes. So for the language, you be able to relate with a person, like especially for women, trying to be understanding, sharing compliments, just basically trying to. You just have to pose as somebody who really understands the person, who is willing to help, who is willing to invest, and it's language throughout. How you're able to articulate, how you're able to be able to communicate your emotions and all to the person, and that's basically it. The person will fall victim to some of these things.
How do people reduce risks then?
Yeah. So let me before I touch on that, let me touch on this. We as part of our investigation, we used to think that the end results of this online scam, romance scam, has to do with financial gains. Basically, people trying to either purchase properties or to transfer monies and all. But we realize that people are using it for trafficking, drug trafficking. An example is you meet a lady online, you basically appeal to her expectations or her desires here and there, and then you promise the person that you will maybe work on her visa and everything, and bring her to your country. Now, when you do all of this, and when the person is set to come to you, like maybe in the US or in the UK or something, and people actually some way somehow put drugs into their bags and all, and then make them carry it upon themselves when they are coming, like through the flight and everything, and then bring it to them. To the person, probably for the lady, she thinks maybe the person is genuinely interested in her, and that's why the person is trying to bring her to the country. But you realize that the person is just trying to traffic drugs or something over the borders, and then bring it to her. And some ladies are fallen victim to this. Some of them have been arrested, and the end goal is that you can't even explain yourself, because you don't know the motive of the person. You just have to. It just happens that you've been caught up in such situation. So for people to protect themselves, obviously as a preventive measure, it's good to be online. It's good to be on all of these social media platforms. People want to meet love. They want companionship and all. But one thing you have to know is that a lot of people are on these platforms. People are real. Some of them are very fake. So what you have to do is the first thing is try and gather as much information as you can on the person, especially when you are beginning to be close to the person. The second thing is, if you can discuss it with people, like just discuss it with a friend. Sometimes I tell my friends that if you are in a relationship or something, just show the images or the videos of your girlfriend or your boyfriend to your friends. You never know where maybe somebody has met that particular person before. And we as much as the online platform is obviously for the good, people are taking very dangerous measures and are pursuing dangerous activities on this platform. So gather as much information as you can. When people are beginning to be demanding or trying to ask you very deep questions or very personal questions, be very guided and cautious when you are giving some of this information out. And always in the case when probably you are confused or you doubt something, just share it with a friend or a relative, just so that you can have a second thought of it. Because like I said, it's a whole psychological thing. And some people can go into 5 years in conversation or friendship with you, just so that they can reach that breaking point where they can actually get something from you. So it can happen to the elderly, it can happen to a young person. You never know who can fall victim to this.
30 seconds, if you can. Are these scammers easily traceable? Are there places you can report suspected fraudsters?
Yes. So I know the Ministry of Communication has a desk, a help desk that you can report some of these issues, and then the CSA also have a helpline that you can report some of these issues. Then also you can talk to should you experience any of this. You can talk to you can just walk into a police station and then report your case. If you know any elderly person, whether a counselor, whether a person works in the dog zoo, whether the person works in any of the security agencies, you can also report this. Then also, should you suffer any emotional damage or emotional breakdown, which according to our research, 60% of the people usually suffer this emotional breakdowns. Please don't keep it to yourself. Try and talk to either your pastor, either your psychologist in your school or in any institution that you find yourself.
Thank you so much, Daniel Ntiamadai, cybersecurity expert there. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you're looking.